Hey everybody, how you guys doing? Hope everybody is doing great. Today's topic, I want to talk about warming up. Warming up is actually the most important part of your workout. And yes, it probably needs to be about 45 minutes. What? 45 minutes? Are you crazy? Yes, my warm up routines are usually about 45 minutes. And the biggest mistake I see, especially with younger runners, they speed up their warm up routine. They spend about 5 minutes, 7 minutes because they got to get to the run. And also, coaches make this big mistakes. And sometimes coaches make this big mistake because of time constraint. There's not enough time in the practice. So they think, hey, we're just going to warm up a quick 5 minute warm up and let's get going. And this is a big issue. And this is why a lot of people don't think that the warm up can actually help you. And the warm up is what is making you a better runner, a more efficient runner, a faster runner. Yes, the warm up it is. Let's talk about this thing. Hey guys, my name is Coach Kimani, and I'm an everyday runner, and I am a cross country and track and field coach here in beautiful Arizona. So if you're loving my videos, liking my videos, please push subscribe, hit a like, and you can also comment or ask me a question, and I can talk about this in my next video. I really, really appreciate your support, and all my supporters. Thank you guys so much for tuning in each and every time I do a video. So here we go. When I'm dealing with younger athletes, runners, I say, okay, our warm up today is going to take about 30 to 45 minutes. They look at me in awe and shock and like, dude, that's freaking too long. Why are we taking too long? And I tell them this, it's part of your run. It's actually the most important part of your run. This specific workout that we're doing right now is actually going to make you a better, efficient, and faster runner. Because as we're doing dynamic stretches, static stretches, our muscles are growing and our muscles are getting stronger. And we're ramping up our nervous system. All our systems are getting ramped up to handle the load that we're about to do. If I'm dealing with speed guys, if I'm dealing with long distance guys, there's going to be a specific load that your body has to be ready for. 45 minutes is not too long. It might not take 45 minutes exactly. Sometimes it might take 30 minutes. Sometimes it might take 45 minutes. Actually, for myself, I am improving as a runner, as an everyday runner. And when I decided to get into the race circuit 5 years ago, I'm using my warm up routines to actually become a more efficient runner and even faster. Okay, because we have my body needs to handle the load that I'm about to take, right? So within any given race, before any race day, I get my bib, I get my stuff going, and then I have to spend 45 minutes before the race to warm up, right? Now, I'm not using a lot of energy, I'm saving energy, but I'm getting my systems ready, my mobility, right? My mobility has to be right, my balance has to be right, everything has to be like, even your mental, you're getting your mind ready for this load that you're about to put on your body, and that is why it's so important. So I see a lot of kids, young kids do this because they don't think about injuries as much as older people. But you'll notice that kids will spend about 5 minutes warming up. Oh, coach, I'm ready. Let's go. We're ready to go. We got to run. We got to get into our long run. And then by mid-season, they're dealing with a bunch of naggy injuries, shin splints, hammy stuff. So they're dealing with all these IT band issues because they're not spending quality time warming up because they think warming up is a waste of time. I got to get to my long run. My long run is what's going to set me up for success in my meet. I got to get my run ready because my intervals, I got to get going to my intervals because my intervals are what's going to set me up for speed and all that. But if you don't warm up correctly, you're going to end up injuring yourself because your nervous system All your systems are not ready to handle that huge load. If you're about to do 10, 800 repeats, or you're about to go on a 10-mile run, make sure you're well warmed up. And some people say, well, I'm going to use the first 3 miles to warm up. Okay, that's a philosophy. That's a thought. You can do that. But if you have the time, and if you give yourself a time, you block out 90 minutes, 2 hours for your workout. That's what I do. I say, okay, from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m., this is my workouts. Or from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. or 5 a.m. to 7 a.m. That is my window of where I'm going to work out. And my first 45 minutes is part of it. So here's my specific routine and what I do. And sometimes it changes depending on the type of load. If I'm just doing a 3-mile run, easy run, I'm not going to do as much, but I will do all the warm-ups that I need to do. So when I first, if I'm waking up or had a long day sitting down, the first thing I will do is do leg swings. I'll just do some quick leg swings, 12 to 15 on each side, just to kind of get it going, and do some arm swings, get those things going. After that, those are quick. Those will probably take about 3 minutes tops. Then I'm going to go for maybe like a 10 to 15 minute run, jog, slow, conversational. That might take about a mile or so, or a mile and a half, depending on how my body. Sometimes your body is just going fast and you're going to slow it down. A full mile, John? Yeah, this is more of long distance. I might not do this for short distance guys, speed guys. It'll be a different format. Instead of that mile, we're doing different things. And I can talk about that in another video. So I do a mile, and after the mile, I start doing my dynamic stretching. Now, some people might start their dynamic stretching before the mile and then do the mile. So I don't think it really matters as long as you put in your dynamic stretching. Sometimes I just like to get going before I do my dynamic stretching. And some people might think, oh, this is a waste of time. You're wasting too much energy. But trust me, it works. After I do all my dynamic stretching, either A skip, B skip, C skip, open the gate, close the gate, knee hugs, Frankensteins, sweeps, walking lunges, butt kicks, high knees. You're doing all these things, quad stretch walk, and you're jogging in between also as you're doing these things, and you're taking your time. By then, guess what you've done? Now you've probably spent about 10 minutes doing that. Now I'm 20 minutes in my workout. After that, I might do some strides. Get in there, do long strides, right? Anywhere from 30 seconds to 40-second strides. And I'm gonna do 6 of these. Not sprinting, you're doing strides. You're opening up your body now because you've done that. So you do 5 to 6 of these strides. You run about 30 seconds to 30 seconds to 40 seconds, and then you walk back. You run 30 seconds. You can even jog back slowly, shuffle back slowly. You do 6 of these, okay? Now you've done that. Then you get into your static stretching, right? Static stretching, when you're stretching your arms. We start with our arms. We do that. Then we go into our legs. We do good. We stretch our legs out. We stretch our hips. We stretch our glutes out. We stretch everything, and we take our time. And after that, if I'm doing a race, I'll do that. And then I'll do now some speedy ones, some speed striders, okay? Like 10-second sprints back and forth. Then I'm ready for my race. But if it's a workout, then I do that while I'm hydrating, and then I'm ready. You see, that took a long time. But me doing that gets my body ready for that load I'm gonna put on my body. Now my body's going, okay, we're ready to go. We're ready to work out. And within those 30 to 45 minutes, I become a better runner, okay? I become a more efficient runner, and I become a faster runner within, because my muscles are working, my muscles are getting stronger, my muscles are getting stretched, my muscles are ready for that. And that is really, really, really important. And there's an acronym for RAMP. It's like ramping up your body. Think about ramp. I'm going to ramp up my whole system to get it going. Hey, so I'm going to close with this video. Try it out. You might be the guy or the girl that just does 5 minutes real quick and then they go, but try this. You might not go to the full 30 to 45 minutes like I do, but go to 20 minutes. Say, I'm gonna block out 20 minutes and I'm actually gonna jog a half a mile. And then after I jog a half a mile, I'm gonna do my dynamic stretching. After I do my dynamic stretching, I'm gonna do my static stretching, okay? Then get into my run. You might start with 20 minutes and that is going to change and you're gonna see a huge, significant change in your running. And also, don't forget the cool down. The cool down is also important. And I should do a video about the cool down because the cool down is also as important as the warm up. Hey guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Remember, please hit subscribe, like, leave a comment, or if you have any questions for me, I can take those questions and I can do my next video on that. Hey guys, love you so much. Have a blessed day. Let's stay active. Let's go.